two, stack it up. Stack it up to the moon, yeah, I'm smoking on that booth. Watch me drop my roof, and I'm pulling in my jewels by the pool. Check 1, 2, stack it up. Stack it up to the moon, yeah, I'm check 1, 2, stack it up. Stack it up to the moon, yeah, I'm smoking on that booth. Watch me drop my roof, and I'm pulling in my jewels by the pool. Stack it up to the moon, yeah, stack it up to the moon, yeah, I'm smoking on that booth. Watch me drop my roof, and I'm pulling in my jewels by the pool. On that booth, watch me drop my roof, and I'm pulling in my jewels by the pool. With that dope, got that dope flow, already know, drop low, Mozzie drop low to the race mode, got it by the kilo, free throw, watch me free throw, pull up beast mode, I'm bringing, keeping peace on the East Coast, smoking that gas, stack it tall, yeah, stack it to the moon, yeah, I'm pulling, then I drop the groove, I'm smoking on that booth, yeah, bad bitch with them boobs, yeah, throw it back, how it do, what it do, pulling up in them jewels by the pools, yeah, we cool, armored all strapped off like a fool, damn, I'm smoking out that booth, yeah, watch me drop that roof, yeah, stars in the coupe, yeah, pull up and we do, how we do, poppin' blues, poppin', sippin' lean, reigning supreme, so clean, smoking on green, yeah, hey, sippin' on lean, yeah, whipping the Bentley trucks, got a Glock top, hey, wrapped up like dripped out, dragged up, candy coated paint on the carbon with the tint, y'all neon nitrous turbo up, then we pullin' up hydraulic drop flow, pull up with the kilo on the East Coast, bad bitch and bad hoe, pullin' up, you already know, pullin' out the dojo with the big dough, whipping pots, bitches toting Glocks, Fort Knox, stack it to the top, jump on, pulling up the horn, smoking out the tongue, yeah, I'm on. Space, outer space, I'm up in 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 outer space, and we making plays, I'm up in outer space, smoking on the tank with the teams, making plays, smoking James, I'm so big. living, stacking cash up, get the bank, yeah. Strapped up like a Star Wars tank, upper echelon gang rank. Smoke, smoke, smoke that dank. I'm with my team, sipping on the lean, reign supreme, so clean, riding in the beam with the lean in my sleeve, swing the Abilene. Bad bitch, fucking on Celine, fucking on Taylor Swift with the hydraulic whip kit. Damn, I'm on some shit. Pull up with the gang shit, out the spaceship, out in South Texas, slamming Lexus.
You are now clear of the area. Until next time, Commander.
Black hole generator. I've never heard of anything like that. It's dangerous. Black hole generator. Black hole generator. Only dangerous. I was typing. Now, if I get a video for juicing this shit, let me try this. Get a video of this. And let's go up here. Wait, actually, I'm gonna set this down right here. Okay, let's go like this. Yeah, that's a good sound effect. I like that. That's a good sound effect. I'm gonna add that to a motherfucking music video real quick. That's funny. I like that. Yeah. We're gonna do a new thing. It's got background noise, but let's see. You wanna go outside, John John? You go back outside? I like that right there. That sounds good. Hey, John John. Hey, baby. What's up, John John? What's this, huh? Good boy.
Straight like that, pop, 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 till you drop 38 bullets in the hot, dirty.
Raider, clan, CSPG, Ruben Slick, the nigga with that fucking tongue. I licked that pussy up. I had that bitch so sprung, sucking my dick so hard she bit the skin off my fucking snake. Ruben fucking Slick, I jack my dick and then I'll masturbate 24 times this heat up in her face, just to feel the load in her fucking mouth. Tell that bitch to swallow the whole thing. Ruben Slick, keeping that cocaine, cause I make it rain in the club with my trap work and my pipe work, man. Pimp shit, mix the shit on up. Mixologist, what they call a G. When they hating, looking at my chips, nigga, check your boy out at the fucking ATM. I ain't got no bank account, I don't pay no taxes, man. Nigga, this is pimp shit. Test me with my ears glitz. Yeah, I got 2 studs in my right ear, bitch, so I can hear clear. Fuck her in the rear, bitch. Bad boy shit. Raider clan, black flag. Yeah, I'm leaving niggas shook. Denzel Curry, the untold chapter in your Harry Potter book is me. The B to R, the I to E, the S to the T to the H double O D, nigga, that is me to the priest to the hood, what's good, nigga, it's that Denzel Curry, motherfucker, already told you I am cool, X McFlurry, if you wanna try me, and you wanna try to attack, nigga, you would get bit like a fucking Big Mac, it's that nigga named Curry, no chicken, not killing the bitches who rate the 8K, lyrical spray, hey, what is that, the raid, that's killing these cockroaches, Denzel Curry, up dope, bitch, everybody know these Denzel Curry got that white shit coat, bitch, leave him cokey in the wet, Denzel Curry, I'm catching the wreck, let me go and sit, niggas transact on my bitch, off the fucking Raider clan, MOE gang, Denzel Curry, about to rip this bitch with that Raider slang, yeah, I come in this bitch, ready to attack, smack a bitch, chicken head, but I ain't no project pack, let me pass it back to the motherfucking 3-6, Denzel Curry, the one and the only, the niggas are yes, and I'm killing this shit like that now. Up on the motherfucking beat, trying to do this shit, walking down the street with the black trench coat, and I'm coming at your fucking throat. When I play these games, my nigga, just know I'm not the lane, spitting on the motherfucking phone for the listeners. You already know these bitches ain't missing us, they kissing us. And my dick in his on her face, he kissing my nuts, my nigga, I put her in a place. Bitch, I'm the king, big ding-a-ling, got the baddest, funkiest sounds, my nigga in the skating ring, old school, take it back to the 88, already know my nigga got the 38, robbing, nigga straight coming through, I'm knocking, niggas heads off, my nigga, I ain't stopping, and if you think that I'm a bitch, come test me, motherfucker, I throw your ass up in the ditch. Now listen to the way I go hard on the motherfucking beat while I ride through your boulevard. Nigga, don't start if you think that I am a joke. Goddamn, I'm so fucked up like I was on coke. But I'm not, I'm sober, and I am going to come through in the fucking black Range Rover, the black vamp, and I don't give a damn. Nigga, SGP, Raider Clan, we going ham.
I lick that pussy up.
I had that bitch so strong, sucking my dick so hard, she bit the skin off my fucking snake. Ruben fucking slick, I jack my dick and then I'll masturbate. 24 times the heat up in her face, just to feel the load in her fucking mouth. Tell that bitch to swallow the whole thing. Ruben slick, keeping that cocaine, cause I make it rain. In the club with my trap work and my pipe work, man. Pimp shit, mix the shit on up. A mixologist, what they call a G. When they hating, looking at my chips, nigga, check your boy out at the fucking ATM. I ain't got no bank account, I don't pay no taxes, man. Nigga, this is pimp shit. Catch me with my ears glitz. Yeah, I got 2 studs in my right ear, bitch. So I can hear clear, fuck her in the rear, bitch. Bad boy shit, Raider Clan, black flagging. Yeah, I'm leaving niggas shook. Denzel Curry, hold the untold chapter in your Harry Potter book is me. The B to R, the I to E, the S to the T to the H, double O D, nigga, that is me to the priest to the hood, what's good, nigga, it's that Denzel Curry, motherfucker, already told you I am cool, X McFlurry, if you wanna try me, and you wanna try to attack, nigga, you would get bit like a fucking Big Mac, it's that nigga named Curry, no chicken, not killing the bitches who like the AK, lyrical spray, hey, what is that, the raid, that's killing these cockroaches, Denzel Curry, yo, dope, bitch, everybody know these Denzel Curry got that white shit coat, bitch, leave him cokey in the wet, Denzel Curry, I'm catching the wreck, let me go and sit, niggas transit of my bitch, of the fucking Raider Clan, MOE gang, Denzel Curry, about to rip this bitch with that Raider slang, yeah. I come in this bitch, ready to attack, smack a bitch, chicken head, but I ain't no project pack, let me pass it back to the motherfucking 3-6, Denzel Curry, the one and the only, the niggas are yes, and I'm killing this shit like that now. Up on the motherfucking beat, trying to do this shit, walking down the street with the black trench coat, and I'm coming at your fucking throat. When I play these games, my nigga, just know I'm not the lane, spitting on the motherfucking phone for the listeners. You already know these bitches ain't missing us, they kissing us. And my dick in his on her face, he kissing my nuts, my nigga, I put her in a place. Bitch, I'm the king, big ding-a-ling, got the baddest, funkiest sounds, my nigga in the skating ring, old school, take it back to the 88, already know my nigga got the 38, robbing, niggas straight coming through, I'm knocking, niggas heads off, my nigga, I ain't stopping, and if you think that I'm a bitch, come test me, motherfucker, I throw your ass up in the ditch. Now listen to the way I go hard on the motherfucking beat while I ride through your boulevard. Nigga, don't start if you think that I am a joke. Goddamn, I'm so fucked up like I was on coke. But I'm not, I'm sober, and I am going to come through in the fucking black Range Rover, the black vamp, and I don't give a damn. Nigga, SGP, Raider Clan, we going ham.
supposed to go first. Oh, that shot. Did the program account for that? Oh, Miss Robot Lady, I'd like to get down now. This is Fieldston. Okay. This is fine. That was not the way you're supposed to do that, but I did it that way anyway. And it seemed to work out for me. Oh, I have no idea how I did that. Not a clue. Oh, good. Crushable, eh? Slam and jammer, Pino. Double sandwich. And you tell him. Whoa, hey, what's that language? Oh, God. No, he has ads. He has add-ons. You earned the play. He's cheating. He's cheating. We're not shooting him. Oh, good. I'll wait till he gets there. What's gonna happen? Oh, the exploding fly headings and return.
I wonder if fucking what's her face is still up. Are they still on the studio? There's
to the community that I shouldn't be ostracized, that
what the hell's going on? On the gameplay.
Okay. Okay. He's firing his lasers.
Hey, what's up, bro? Good to see you.
No, not the acid.
Oh, this part right here is very nice. It's like shade. Hold on. I wonder how strong this signal is over there in the little island. We should just go hang out over there for a bit. Alright, but let's go figure out this Star Wars situation first. So let's go figure out this Star Wars situation first so we can see what is gonna happen. Because we need to get on this ride. I want to take you guys on it. So we need to figure out what's gonna happen. Alright. This is new. We're entering now. Galaxy's Edge.
Nice. This time things will be different.
There's still people in line right here. Let's see what is gonna happen.
82 gigabyte, what?
Really?
Updating 82 gigabytes?
So it seems like it's still, you know, nobody's going on the ride. So in the meantime, so I don't bore you guys, let's just keep walking around and then, you know, we'll come back in like 30 minutes or so. You know, we'll come back and check it out. Let's go walk around, you know, Galaxy's Edge for a little bit here. Meanwhile, the ride gets fixed, and then by the time we come back, it'll be ready to go. Updated though, if you guys are on the Disneyland and you guys see that it, you know, comes back to life, let me know so that way I can come back and, you know, take you guys on the ride, because I do have a lightning lane, an individual lightning lane to get on the ride. So we won't have to wait in line or anything.
So that will at Universal, the only ride that we went on.
Oh, my fucking camera's fucked up. How do I fucking get this started? Can I get a drink? All right, sounds good. This thing's cool, man. Yeah, I got my coffee up here. That. Oh yeah. That's that good shit. Like button engaged. Good look. Oh, we got Linda Thompson coming on. Oh, that's on the 13th. Yeah. What? What do you mean? What? Oh yeah, I started up Elite Dangerous. I just want to see if there's any UFO things. Doing UFO stuff. What? Yeah. What live? No, it's not Steve. It's Singularity Lab. It's what's his name? Okay. His name is like Mike. Mike something.
And you all of these words have positive and negative gradient ranges in a large language model that are done as an emotional response, and that can be done not just for positive and negative, but it can be done for you pick 20 different emotions. Inquisitive, anything. And what it does is it utilizes those bits of information on a specific gradient scale, takes that entire sentence, and actually in the little bit of AI stuff I've learned to, not that I was coding it, but I was helping write some of the chains for the large language models. You can do stuff like this even with, like, if you get a text message that someone probably trying to scam you, but it can tell you if this is has a positive or a negative connotation through just the words that are written.
Right. I mean, even though as humans we're pretty, I bet you an AI would be better at this than human. Like, I bet you an AI would be better reading an email and knowing what the tone was than a human being in a very short period of time. Because right now, tone is a big thing. Like we have very difficult. Humans have a very difficult time understanding tone when it comes to an email or something like that. But if the AI knows everything about you, unlike a human, it would much better be able to extract your tone, having samples of an enormous amount of your writing data.
Exactly, and that's that samples that's really important there. That training data that goes into it is everything. If you read an email in a given time or write an email at a given time, you're being influenced by all kinds of stuff from Don Mingo's hormones to what you ate for lunch to what the weather looks like outside, right?
Right.
All of that gets turned into a specific, one little dot in time. But an AI is going to not take a single dot in time. It's going to look at a tremendous amount of data and average it across everything.
Yeah,
and that's why not only.
Sorry, go ahead. Well, I was just going to say, not just your last emotional reaction with that person.
Exactly.
Because human beings operate on the most recent emotional, hormonal experience that they had to color the sensation of their experiences. So, if I have a bad interaction with my mother, for example, the next text I get from her, I'm going to have a predisposed notion of what her tone is going to be, rather than looking at the entirety,
the whole data set.
Yeah, the whole data set.
Exactly. Yep. And that whole data set is why I will be using these AIs for gambling moving forward for all purposes.
Nobody will ever know when you're bluffing from now on, Brooks.
I'm just going to use it for sports gambling. It's not hard. I mean, they can look at the data set in a way that even I can't, and even the Vegas bet setters can't do.
John Brusso shared a really cool video in our Discord. Again, if you guys are not in our Singularity Lab Discord, like, what are you doing? There's a link in the description below. Make sure you come say hi in the Discord. If you have ideas for shows, if you have questions, we're always throwing down in there. So make sure you click that link and get involved. Make sure you click the subscribe button. If you are wanting to listen to this as you're traveling, you can do that. All you got to do is go to Apple Podcasts or go to Spotify and type in the Singularity Lab. We've also got links in the description below. But John Brusso shared a very interesting video recently from Tesla, who is revealing their Optimus robot. I think this was a couple months ago, but it totally went under my radar.
Last month, I think, right before right before the quarter release.
Yeah, so if you could, if you could, Randy Robot, if you could share that with us. The Tesla reveals working Optimus robot at Investor Day 2023. We'd love to see that.
Can I wear some slippers or something?
It's kind of weird seeing the arms and legs just separate.
Come on.
We have a whole lab full of arms and legs. Worth bearing in mind that when we did AI Day, this version of Optimus didn't walk at all. So the rate of improvement here, I think, is quite significant. It's obviously not doing parkour, but it is walking around, and we have multiple copies, I suppose, of Optimus. The thing that I think Tesla brings to the table that others don't have is that we have the real-world AI. We're the most advanced in real-world AI. So the same AI that drives the car, which you can think of the car really as a robot on wheels, and this is a robot on legs. So as we solve real-world AI, and I don't think there's anyone even close to Tesla on solving real-world AI. That same computer and software goes into Optimus. So it's not that helpful to have a humanoid robot if you have to program every individual action. It needs to be able to walk around autonomously and solve tasks. You should be able to instruct it in simple things by showing visually what the robot needs to do, or just telling it what to do. So, so I think that's a key advantage that we have. And then we also are good at designing things for manufacturing and then manufacturing itself. So the actuators in Optimus are all custom designed Tesla actuators. So we designed the electric motor, the gearbox, the power electronics, obviously the battery pack, and everything else that goes into Optimus. We were quite surprised to find how little was available off the shelf, because there's a vast number of electric motors, gearboxes and whatnot that are available in the world, and we found none of them.
Okay, so Randy, could you hear us? I'm real quick, just a quick tech check. Can you guys hear us? Just type yes in the comment if you could hear me talking behind the sines, because I was trying. Okay, nobody. Okay, that's
yeah. I can't even hear you. Yeah.
Okay, all right, got it. Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, what are we thinking here? Like, that was pretty interesting, pretty good. Like, its ability to manipulate arms, hands is impressive. You know, what are your thoughts there, Brooks?
I mean, I think a mecha is more advanced than Elon as like a simulated robot human technology interface. Is that not what we're looking at here?
I was you guys couldn't hear me, but I was actually commenting on the fact that how listening to Elon speak, we would actually have been better off listening to an AI do
Absolutely. Absolutely. But no, so I think this is fascinating. One thing to really take into consideration when you look at this is there's companies out there, right, like Boston Dynamics. We've seen some of the videos from them. They've got, we didn't quite get to it. Maybe we did, but Elon says, oh, it can't do parkour. We've seen a little bit of parkour from Boston Dynamics, but they've been doing robotics since 1992.
Right.
They're a 31-year-old company, right? Tesla has been producing robots for about 2.5 years.
Yeah.
And they're already to this level.
Yeah, they're moving quickly. It was funny. Like, I think at last year's investor event when we saw the robot they unveiled, it was just awful. So like the progress they're making is actually pretty quick. But you're right, they're nowhere near Boston Dynamics. But
I think that progress is the important thing to look at, Mike. It really is, because not only are they producing them, but they have so much more manufacturing capacity than anything Boston Dynamics is ever going to do. That's a research facility, right? These guys are trying to produce something that's going to be probably in every house in America or damn close. And that's the part of the video we didn't quite get to. And I do totally understand why, but Elon makes the point that he thinks at one point in time, there will be a greater than 1-to-1 ratio of humanoid robots to robots. Now, I've seen Star Wars, and we know that's not going to happen.
When you say humanoid robots to robot, you're talking about...
Or, I'm sorry, humanoid robots to humans. I misspoke.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for catching me on that. Yeah. Humanoid robots to humans. There will be more humanoid robots, more C-3POs walking around than humans. Now, again, I've seen Star Wars. We know this isn't going to happen. Obviously, that's the true future. But he makes a good case. I mean, if you could afford it, why would you not have 3 personal assistants that would just follow you around and do everything from wipe your butt to, check your emails for you, since they're going to be loaded with ChatGPT 27 or whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of that, we just got a bidet, and that thing is fabulous, by the way. I don't need a robot. I don't want a robot.
Hope that you're not going to squat over a robot and have it. That's a dystopian future, and that's why the robots will turn on us.
That is. Randy put up something a second ago. It said, Randy, could you put that back up? Is that something that Elon said? We are aware the robot was not live on stage and instead a pre-produced, what did that say? Video? Is that what Musk said in the event? Anywho, Swink McLeod says, do AI robots come with blue check marks?
Still $8 a month.
Okay, our AI said it. So just, you guys can keep an eye out for Randy, our AI. He'll be speaking at the bottom of the screen here periodically. Don says they cheat, they buy their tech, they aren't developing from scratch. There's no doubt about that. We actually did hit on this a bit last week, that one of what Musk does is he's a scaler. He does come from an engineering background, but Tesla he took from a company that already existed and scaled it up. SpaceX scaled it up. Like, that's what he does. He is not this from scratch inventor like a lot of people tend to think he is.
He's certainly not, but Tesla does employ a ton of real, like, top of the line engineers. Yeah. And these guys, I mean, if he's saying, and I do question a lot of what Elon tends to say, but if he's saying they're making these actuators from scratch, they're developing these electrical motors from scratch, I don't doubt that, because if you look at the Tesla battery packs and the things that have come from that, we've moved so far ahead in battery technology thanks to what Tesla's done. And they haven't even been the best ones, but they've helped produce and kept some of their stuff open source so that other companies could go even light years further ahead. So
right.
I don't doubt it in this instance.
That is an interesting point. Tesla's so many of Tesla's patents have been he's given them away publicly, which is a very interesting juxtaposition. John Bruce says Elon said the robots are going to be more valuable than the cars. Aaron Desario says Meta is currently winning the humanoid robot race with a fully AI chief executive.
Well, so you're not wrong. But that being said, I would like to see the robot versus robot battle of Elon versus Zuck.
Don says new kink unlocked. I believe he's talking about
the bidet.
Aaron says Google offices had bidets but no dryers. All that does is leave you with a wet butt. We could dig into this bidet conversation all day, couldn't we? We're getting a lot of comments about it.
I mean, in all fairness, we have a bidet. It's fantastic.
It is.
I would not mind if the water was warmed prior, but
that would be okay.
It wakes you up in the morning.
But the best argument for a bidet I've ever heard was actually, I think it was a bidet company. They did a commercial, and they were like, it was like, if you were walking in the woods and you brushed up against like some shit, or like, so let's say you got shit on your arm, are you just gonna wipe it off, or are you gonna wash it off?
Was this like a Charmin Bear commercial, and the Charmin Bears were like, "Here's the TP," and they're like, "It's not good enough, guys." It made me think. So I had a teacher. This is like it was a billion years ago. It was in like 4th grade or whatever. And his teacher who had given her time, she had volunteered her time for the Peace Corps, and ended up in a very remote part of Tunisia. And apparently, in that part of Tunisia, they shake with their left hands because they wipe with their right. And I mean, that's a fair, and it stuck with me all these years later. I was like, oh my gosh, now I have to think about which hand to wipe with so I don't shake with the wrong one. I don't even know.
That's a really, really interesting point, because I mean, think about it. Like, if you're using leaves,
if you're using toilet paper, I mean, what's the damn difference, right?
Speaking of AI deepfakes,
I really need to know where you're going with this.
I was trying to see if I could come up with a transition that was just absolutely fantastic and made no sense and had no relationship to reality.
I think you're going to go with the Cartman's mom German Scheiße video as an AI bidet deepfake.
We could. I didn't, but we could. So here we go. Look at AI Randy, just generative AI, staying ahead of my own thoughts. Speaking of that, we are going to do a show coming up on brain implants. I've got a great guest who we're gonna invite on for that. But let's look at this real quick. So for those of you that maybe you can click on some of those individually, Randy. So these are, for those of you not familiar with Midjourney. Midjourney is a an AI graphics design prompt engine. And so some of these images, we lost it. Some of these images of the Pope that he just shared with you were AI generated, but it was causing pandemonium on Twitter because everybody thought that the Pope had just like upped his style game by like 10%, 20%. But he did not. Unfortunately, those were just AI generated.
I feel like Francis might wear a puffy jacket with a really sweet collar. You don't know,
dude. That is a dope jacket. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
I honestly, because I from the icon or from the thumbnails, it looked like he had just got back from space, but very fashionable space.
And then we also have if you could share the Trump deepfake. So these were on the day that Trump was indicted in Manhattan. And people were generating these AIs. And I think the people who were generating these images were kicked off Midjourney, or I don't remember what it was. So there was some controversy around these images being generated. But this is like looking into the future.
Hey, Randy, click on the second. There you go.
Can you click into it? Yeah, I'm sorry, Randy. I gave you really bad links to try to pull these up. But anyway, the point is you can create a deepfake of anything now in image form. And obviously we have people like Grant Levac right in the room who can develop some deepfakes for us. So
and a shout out to Aaron for Kim Dawn Ill for the. You pull that thumbnail page back up real quick, Randy, because it was what caught my eye too initially when it popped up.
What was it? I missed it. Kim Dawn Ill picture.
Yeah, yes. Oh,
wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Somehow it looks like Vladimir Putin too at the same time. I'm not really sure how that happened, but
that might be in your AI brain. I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah. Oh no, I can see it. I can kind of see maybe the lips or the chin. I don't know.
It's the lips, it's the furrowed brow. It's kind of just all of it. Maybe maybe when you become a despot, you just all start to look alike.
Maybe that's it. When you become an autocrat, that's your go-to. We got a lot that's coming around the corner every week, you guys. So we're going to be here at the Singularity Lab to cover our not so slow march toward the singularity so that you can be updated and know what's going on every single step of the way. If you haven't shared the Singularity Lab with a friend, like if you want to hang out with us on Monday night at 7 p.m. and you want to have your friends in the room chatting, share the link. All you got to do is click on those links below. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you check us out on Apple Podcasts. Check us out on Spotify, because we are here for the long haul. Brooks, great show. What else? Any other final words or anything else you want to share before we wrap up here?
I mean, I don't know. I know you guys haven't seen it yet, but I feel like that if Randy sends us out on the Balenciaga Harry Potter video or the Star Wars one, his pick, it's probably a good send out for us. For those of you who want to see what AI can do in an absurd world of fashion and graphics, this is one of the ways to go.
The AI is frantically searching the interwebs as we speak. Chris, thank you so much for joining us. Aaron, amazing to have you. You rock. Jay Allen Hynek, Paul Galvin, Zeg Scroll, The Mandalorian, Simon Fly, Grant Levac. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. Don Mingo, Night Gazer, Simon Fly, amazing to have you all. We appreciate you joining us live.
Great to see you guys. Great to see you all.
It's super fun to have these conversations with you guys live and then talk about it with you in real time. So here we go.
What is the difference, Potter, between H&M and Balenciaga? After all, to the well-organized mind, Balenciaga is but the next great adventure.
Oh. You'll soon find out that some fashion is better than other, Potter.
There is no good and evil. There is only Balenciaga, and those too weak to seek it.
Avada Balenciaga.
I thought you'd get a kick out of that.
Balenciaga. Dobby is free.
Okay. I think I'm good. I'll get it if I need it. I got spoons and forks up here too. I got spoons and forks up here for me. I'm gonna use one of those empty bottles now. They're the same size and everything. They're clear as nice. Hey, I just see if you go in there and get that. Hey. The last one will be okay. You take it half or whatever you want to do. I'm not doing it. Oh, I thought you were real. Well, I do have less than that. It's not your thousand. Because you have to really pick apart language because it's used against you all the time. And it's works so far. Oh man. Let's see what kind of entertainment we got going. These batteries filled. What?
Three dark, shadowy figures materialize through his wall into his bedroom. They are wearing hats and yellow coats. They have glowing pink eyes and they smell like sulfur. According to that,
You want some soda to make it? You want some lemonade to make a mixed drink? Yeah, I like those with the orange juice. I like it with the lemonade too. It's really good. You put it on ice. I'm gonna go get some ice.
Oh, you said you had a spoon or something? Do you have a spoon? This is the newest master okay. This bag is. What is it? I got extra poison sauce in one last night, baby. You want poison sauce?
Yeah, I fucking love that shit.
Well, we have some in the fridge. It's on the door. I put some in my thing last night.
We have some?
Yeah, it's right in the door, like about midway up.
Holy shit, dude, I love that shit. I want to eat Taco Bell with it, because I tried it with Taco Bell last night. It was fucking awesome. It's like a new invention. Poison sauce? No, dude, it's like some special shit. I don't know. Okay. Are you sure it's poison sauce we have?
No, I'm not sure. But I think it's
Oh.
look at the door. There's almost stages.
Well, I think it's like oyster sauce or some shit. We need to get some. Take my electric bike, you take the. Yep. This looks good. Oh, look at that.